You've done it 100 times. You grab a knife. You start cutting. And within seconds, your eyes start burning. Tears running down your face. For no emotional reason whatsoever. So what exactly is happening? Because the answer isn't as simple as you think. This is the real science behind why onions make you cry. And once you understand it, you'll never look at an onion the same way again. Most people think it's simple. Onions smell strong. Strong smells irritate your eyes. End of story. But that's not what's happening at all. Garlic smells just as intense. Chili peppers are far more irritating. But they don't make you cry. So onions have something completely different going on inside them. Inside every onion cell, there are two things stored separately, like chemicals in a two-part container. As long as the onion is whole, nothing happens. The moment you cut it, those two chemicals meet. And that's when the reaction begins. Here's where it gets interesting. The compound that onions release when cut is chemically related to the tear gas used in warfare. Not identical, but the same family of sulfur-based compounds. Onions evolved this as a defense mechanism. When an animal bites into them, the chemical reaction fires instantly. It's the plant's way of saying, "Don't eat me." When you cut the onion, an enzyme called alliinase is released. It immediately reacts with amino acids stored nearby. This creates a new compound called syn-propanethyl S oxide, a gas, unstable, and it travels fast. It floats upward, directly toward your eyes, and your body has no choice but to respond. Your eye has a thin protective layer called the lacrimal film, basically a thin coat of liquid that keeps your eye from drying out. When the onion gas hits that surface, it reacts with the water there and forms a weak sulfuric acid. Your eye's nerve endings detect this immediately. They send an emergency signal to your brain. The brain responds the same way it would to any irritant entering the eye. Flood it with tears to flush it out. Those tears aren't emotional. They're your body's emergency cleaning system. And the more you cut, the more gas releases and the more your eyes respond. It's a perfectly designed biological alarm system, triggered by a vegetable. Not all onions are equal. Sweet onions and green onions contain far less of the irritating compound, which is why they rarely make you cry at all. The difference comes from the soil. The more sulfur an onion absorbs as it grows, the more powerful its chemical defense becomes. Yellow onions are the worst offenders. White onions are slightly milder. Red onions fall somewhere in between. That sharp, almost aggressive smell you notice the moment you peel one, that's already the compound beginning to activate. The reaction hasn't fully started yet. But the moment your knife breaks the cell walls, it's already too late to stop it. In less than 1 second, thousands of cells rupture simultaneously, each one releasing its chemical contents into the air above your cutting board. So how do you stop it? Running water is actually one of the best solutions. Water dissolves the gas before it reaches your eyes. A fan pointed away from your face works too. You're redirecting the gas before it can travel upward. Cold onions release significantly less gas. The enzyme that starts the reaction is much slower at low temperatures. Refrigerate your onions for 30 minutes before cutting, and you'll notice the difference immediately. Onion goggles are a real product, and they work completely, because they physically seal your eyes from the gas. Here's a stranger one. Chewing gum while cutting onions actually helps. It forces you to breathe through your mouth, which changes how the gas reaches your tear ducts. And the sharpest knife you own is quietly one of the best tools against crying. A sharp blade crushes fewer cells than a dull one, meaning less gas is released with every cut. The faster and cleaner your cut, the less time you spend exposed. Technique matters more than most people realize. A vegetable that evolved a chemical weapon that forms a weak acid on contact with your eyes, and that has been outsmarting cooks for thousands of years. If you want to know the real science hiding inside everyday things, subscribe. A new video drops every week. And trust me, you'll never look at ordinary objects the same way again.